Hello everyone. Such a beautiful day today here in Erie, Pennsylvania. It's almost 60 degrees in February, go figure. So my daughter and I decided we were going to go for a little walk in the woods, try to find some pieces of bark or some stuff to put in some enclosures, and we found a whole mess of pill bugs, isopods. I'm going to try and re-raise these again. I had a whole colony of them, and I had them off to the side and forgot all about them and forgot to spray them down, and they all died. So we're going to try and do a little better job with these ones. There's probably about 25 or 30 of them in here. I'm not sure the actual scientific name. I had it written down before. There's some mulch and stuff that we found them in that was outside in our yard. So yeah, I'm pretty excited with those because they're going to go into a few enclosures, like with the Orphanecaeus species and the Chelobrachys. I got to wet down. I'll probably throw some of these in with the Pac-Man frog too. So that's those. We found a whole bunch of other stuff I want to show you, and how much fun it is actually to go out in the woods, in the wilderness, and just pick up stuff that you can use. I don't generally bake anything. I figure whatever's out there in the woods isn't really going to hurt anything. My spiders, some people disagree with that, and that's fine. I'm trying to just create some micro, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, the microclimates, microbiologies, or whatever, the little parts of outside in the inside, and incorporate that with some of the spiders. Not all of them, just a few of them. And I do use a lot of my decorations and stuff from outside. I've had for years and have no issues ever with any of that stuff. So that's those. Then we found, let's see if you guys can see, that's just one of those little common red centipedes. I found one of those, and I want to try and, I've always wanted a bigger centipede, so I figured I'd start out with this little one and see how I can do with this guy. I have to do a little bit of research on it, see exactly what it will feed on. I imagine it'll feed on small crickets and probably even pill bugs and stuff like that. They're all found kind of together in the same place. There was about 15 of these, and I just grabbed one. I didn't want to grab a whole bunch of them. I just wanted to see what I could do. I can catch them anytime outside, but that's something new and interesting. And I'm going to pause you, and then I'm going to lay out some of these pieces of wood and stuff that we found that we're going to use. Pick you up for most of this stuff, so the camera work may be a little shaky, but this is a big bag of just living moss. There's even bugs crawling through it right now, different types of bugs. I'm not quite sure, maybe some earwigs and stuff. I'm going to leave it in here, moisten it down every now and then when I need to use it, I'll incorporate it, and with whatever it is that I'm going to incorporate it with. I want to do something different with my Lasiodora parabana. I want to try and put some living moss in with that, and then I found a great piece of bark that once it dries out, I'm going to use that with that. So hold on, and I will get some of that stuff out. Here's just a few pieces of downed bark that we found. Some just dried, not quite sure what the wood is. It's not pine or cedar or anything like that, so it won't hurt them. But this is the piece, once it dries out, I want to use with the Lasiodora parabana. It's got like a little area in here. I'm going to try and hollow this out a little bit with my Dremel drill, give it some place that it can crawl into. It's got the moss right on top of it. The piece was pretty cool, so I thought I'd pick it up. Probably going to take a while for it to dry out, so it won't be anything that I incorporate soon. That's a shame, because I really wanted to rehouse that Parahybana this weekend, but I guess we'll hold off until this dries out. Okay, we'll hold on, and we'll get the other bag of stuff. Okay, we're back. I thought this was a pretty cool, unique piece. It's kind of growing up out of the ground. It'd be a nice little piece inside of one of the enclosures for the spiders. They can go right inside their burrow. This nice piece here. Again, this stuff all has to dry out, because except for the bark's all dried out, but these bigger pieces of wood will be stuff that I'll set off to the side in different places here in the house and let dry. And then bunches of pieces of bark. All kinds of different sizes, because I can break some of these up and use them for different types of hides. I thought the coloring was kind of unique. Be kind of cool to put those in with like one of the pokies, or even one of the Sammelpaeus pulchers. That might be an interesting little contrast of coloring. So yeah, that was our little adventure in the woods today. We spent about an hour and a half out there walking around. Got to spend some time with my daughter and pick up some stuff for the spiders, and got some roly-polies and a centipede, and a good day. We found a ton of little grass spiders because it's so warm. They're all coming up. They were everywhere out there. I felt bad for them because, well, it's supposed to be nice all week long, but I didn't really see any bugs out, just spiders and the pill bugs we dug up kind of, and the centipede, and we found a bunch of millipedes. Those were in there too, in with the pill bugs. Those were underneath the living moss. It just kind of amazes me how the insects can survive winters up here in these temperatures just by burying themselves 2 or 3 inches underneath some living wet moss, and that's where they live. I'm sure that when the ground freezes up, their metabolism stops. When it warms up, they come back. I'm not really sure on how all that works, but it is pretty cool to go out in the middle of February in Erie, Pennsylvania, while we're actually 3, 4, 5 miles south of Erie, Pennsylvania. We're right at the edge of the snow belt in Pennsylvania. So we start that lake effect snow that comes off the lake starts right here, like a quarter mile north of us. And we get dumped on all the way through Edinburgh down to Meadville. So it is kind of cool to go out in February and get to do stuff like that you would normally think you'd have to wait till mid-spring, late spring, early summer to do some of this stuff. You know, and being so close to the lake that we are, I got a lot of my pieces of driftwood and stuff from the lake that just washes up on shore, and great pieces that are twisted and they're nice and, you know, weathered, water smoothed, and just interesting pieces that you can find here. Again, I know a lot of people don't like using stuff from outside, and, you know, you can put your reasonings down below if you want, but I have not had one issue yet with using anything from my area. There's no pesticides allowed where we live. There are, we're surrounded by woods on the top, the side, and the bottom. So I don't really worry about anything like that. Not like a lot of people do that live in, you know, places that do spray for mosquitoes and stuff like that. I understand, you know, maybe not wanting to use stuff outside, or if you don't know where it comes from. You know, out of people's yards, of course, that may spray for grubs or moles or whatever. But yeah, that was our adventure today. I want to try and do more videos like this. We're going to start taking the GoPro with us. We got Elk Creek right down the street from us where we catch a lot of fishing spiders last year. Some really nice wolf spiders. We caught some, my daughter got a nice picture of a water snake eating a catfish. So there's a lot of little things that we can do around here, and, you know, things that we'll take the camera and take pictures of and just leave there and not bring home with us. But I do want to catch a couple more fishing spiders. They were real fun to keep last year. We caught 2 females and a male. We had 2 egg sacs. One of them, the reason I took the fishing spiders back is because what I had them in, when the egg sac opened, I'd misjudged the amount of time it would take for them to want to get out, and I put them there in container into another container, but the lip of that container had a little gap that was enough that I came home one day and there was probably, I don't know, over 100 little baby fishing spiders all over my bedroom ceiling, and my wife was not very happy with that. So I've learned a few things from last year on things, what to do and what not to do with stuff like that, and hope that this year we can do a little bit better. And I know a lot of people that, you know, the one type of fishing spider we have here, people were interested in buying some of those babies, but of course they got all up and that was just a mess. So we'll try and catch some more next year, and we'll bring the GoPro and do the adventures, and try to do that once or twice a month where her and I can get out and do some stuff together and bring you guys a little piece of northwestern Pennsylvania. So, well, thanks for watching and putting up with boring little tidbits of outside and where I live. And we'll make some more videos. I got a feeding video I'm going to start filming here in about 20 minutes. Probably roughly 25 to 30 spiders that are going to need to be fed and watered, and I think I might just do some intros of some other ones that aren't ready to be fed or in pre-molt. Give you guys a look at some of what I have, because you've only seen a small portion of what I actually do have. So there'll be some things that you may be interested in, and some things I wished I would see a little bit more. But yeah, we'll edit this video, get it up, and then I'll start doing the feeding videos. You just looked at pieces of wood for the last 6 or 7 minutes while I was talking. So get these pill bugs put in their dirt, and we'll see you guys soon.